This one. This one is chapter 4.5. Subject of formula. So there will be one question on this. Okay, there will be one question on this. So first thing first, you sub in M as 10, Q as 3. This one you press calculator. Where's my marking scheme? Oh, here. Okay, you press calculator, you should get 15. So method mark, answer mark. Some of you method correct, press calculator wrong. So be careful. Second, I want to spotlight Q. So I have Q, 1 at level 1, 1 at basement. So you need to bring both to level 1. So cross multiply first. So remember, eventually you need the Q to be all on one side. So you get PQ minus P is MQ. So I have one Q here, one Q here. Bring it all to one side. So take out the common factor. The moment I see that you know to group your Q together, you get your first mark. So this is where you group your Q together. It's a multiply here. When you bring over, it's divide, not minus. So Q is P over P minus M. This is the answer. So this is subject of formula. You should expect one question on this. So you want more practice, you go to the previous assignment that we have done before, go and practice that. Okay? Okay, next one. Single fraction means you need to make sure both of them has the same denominator. So in order for them to have the same denominator, I must multiply by x plus 5 here. I must multiply by x minus 4 here. Okay? So now, if they have the same denominator, focus, you can combine them into one fraction. So everything you see on the numerator, you can put them together. Okay, if you ever forget what to do, you ask yourself, if I have a 1/3 and I have a 1/4, what will I do? I will multiply 4 here, multiply 3 here, and then combine it as 12. I wouldn't have a 12 square here. Some of you see 2, right? Here you square. Then it's wrong already. So on top, it will be 4 plus 3. Same like your numbers. For algebra, it's the same thing. So I copy this over x plus 5. I copy this over plus 3x minus 4. So expansion, 3x minus 12. Okay, then you double check. When you simplify, this is a 4x. When you simplify, this is a minus 7. The denominator, you don't want to expand, also okay. You can leave it like that. If you want to expand, make sure you expand correctly. So no need to expand. But if you want to expand, make sure you expand correctly. Okay? Okay, take note. Sometimes, I will want to test you, right? I will want to test you a bit more. I put 3 marks. And then I change this to a number that I can factorize some more. So if you factorize some more and you see something in common with this, you can cancel out. So if this is a 3-mark question, be careful. You might be able to cancel some more. This one cannot already. Okay, but if it's 3 marks, take note, sometimes you can factorize and cancel groups of terms. Okay, so this is 4.4. Chapter 4.4. So when the setter says that there will be chapter 4.4 and 4.5, this is what you are expecting to see. We will change the numbers, change the examples, but chapter 4.5 and 4.4 looks like that. Okay, so do expect a question each on this chapter. Okay, next one. Okay, next one is quadratic equation. Okay, this one. This one, you see 3 marks. You cannot just give me the answer as like that and expect me to give you any marks. I cannot give you any marks if there's no method. Okay? So remember, yes. Yes. So if you use this, or you use this, or you use calculator and work backwards, right? You must show me that you must show me that 2 factors equals to 0. This is where I'm looking out for. Okay? So what happens is if you are using 3x squared, 3x and x, and then you get 5 here, one of them must be -5 and -1. So can you see this is a minus 3x, this is a minus 5x. They must add up to be -5x. Some of you put both positive, but it will not add up to -8. So you need it to be both negative. So the 2 factors are 3x minus 5 and x minus 1. Some of you use this. Okay, some of you use this, minus 5x minus 3x minus 8x, 3x squared. So you give me these 2 factors from here, which is also fine. Some of you use calculator. Your calculator gave you this. Right? You need to work backwards and show me that this one came from. Okay? This one was a 3x equal to 5. You bring over, it was a 3x minus 5 equal to 0. So these were the 2 factors. That's why you had this. So if you are using calculator, you work backwards and give me these 2 factors. And show me this. I need to see this step to give you the method mark. Then answer each one 1 mark. Okay? So no matter which method you use, I need to see this step. If this step is missing, I cannot give you any marks here. So this is 5.2. It will also be tested. The calculator, is it? You choose your menu. Go to 5 for equations. And then when they say polynomial, you write degree 2. Okay, then you key in your A. Your A to be 3, B to be minus 8, and C to be 5. So once you key in, they will give you these 2 solutions. You work backwards. Okay? So this is by calculator. So there will be 1 question like that, 2 or 3 marks. Okay, next one. Proportion. They say T is equal to K over R squared. When the T is on top and the R is below, they are inversely. Spell properly, please. Inversely, not indirectly. They are inversely related or inversely proportional. Okay, so it's direct or inverse. Don't have indirectly, I never mark you wrong, but it's inversely. Okay, so how to solve for K? You put in T as 19 and then R squared. So you can do your cross multiply. 19 times 6 squared is K. As long as you found your K to be 4, I give you 1 mark first. Second mark is give them the equation. So the equation is T equals to 4 over R squared. This is the equation they want. Give me the equation. Okay? Next, they say what if, this is my original T is 4 over R squared. Now they say find the percentage reduction in T if R is doubled. So I want to find what is my new T. When my R is doubled means R becomes 2R now, doubled. So I'm going to sub in my R as 2R. So if I square it, I will have this. Can you see this is the same as 1/4 of 4R squared? Okay, this is 1/4 of my 4R squared. 4R squared is my original T. So if you can see that my new T is now 1/4 of my original T, what is the percentage reduction? If this is 100%, how many percent have I reduced? I'm only left with 1/4 of my original. So I reduced by 3/4, right? Correct or not? Original is 4/4. Now I'm left with 1/4. So this is my 100%. I'm left with 25%. So what is the percentage reduction? 75. So what you can do is you can tell me there is a 3/4. Okay, and then you times 100%. Even if you never show me this one, you tell me 75% from the 1/4, I will give you full credit. Okay? So these are the star kind of question that it can appear in this paper. They can say double, half, triple, okay, but you will be using this kind of methods. So if you want to use formula, right, percentage reduction is reduction over original times 100%. So just now you know that original is just your T, right? And then now you have reduced by 3/4 T. So that's why you are left with 75%. So this is by formula, but if you just want to make sense of the percentage also can. Okay, so this is meant to be tougher. It's meant to test you. Okay, but the other question all must be able to do. So the only whole paper, the tough one should be this one already. So this one is chapter 6. If I'm not wrong, inverse proportion is 6.2. Direct is 6.1. Okay? No. Direct is 6.3. Inverse is 6.4. Map scale is 6.5. Okay? Can ah? Okay, next one. Similar triangle, 6.2. Chapter 6.2. So if I have two triangles that are similar, you ask yourself, the ratio of xy compare with 4. These two corresponding sides must share the same ratio as this one. So if I put the ratio of xy is to 4, it should be equals to 12 over 3. Same ratio. The ratio must always be the same. So if I look at that, xy will be 4 times 12 over 3, which gives me 16. So shown. Okay? So some of you did the scale factor. Right? You see that from the small one to the big one, it is increased by 4 times. Right? So that means here to here should increase by 4 times as well. Then you tell me it's 4 times 4, which is 16. Also correct. 1 mark for the scale factor, 1 mark for the answer. So scale factor is always bigger than 1 if you are going through enlargement. This is enlargement. But if you go through reduction, then it is less than 1. It will be 3 out of 12, which is 1/4. Okay? Next one. Now they say, if I know this is my triangle, 16, 12, and 20. Can you show me there is a right angle triangle? Okay, this one you copy down the model answer. This is standard. Please make sure you get these 2 marks. Start from the longest length. Label the sides. So xz square is 20 square, which is 400. So you show me the square of hypotenuse first. Okay? Next, you go and find the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. Write it this way. Don't write a square plus b square. Write the label according to your triangle. So you get 16 square plus 12 square, which is also 400. So once you show this, I give you your first method mark. But if you just write like that, I don't know what you are doing. You never relate to the triangle. You're just giving me 3 lengths. So you have to write it this way so that I know you are relating to this triangle. You cannot write like that. Okay? So this is important. This one no marks. So once I see this, 1 mark. Second mark is quoting by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Then you say, since I have proven that xz square is equal to this square, not a square plus b square. Where is the a, where is the b? Where do you get it from? So use all these terms. Okay, Gabriel and Zheng Yue, copy this down. Make sure you get the full 2 marks here. Since this is equal to this, therefore triangle XYZ is a right angle triangle. This is your second mark. A lot of you never get your second mark. So the first mark is here. 1 mark. The second mark is here. Okay, please make sure you show both. Okay, next one. This one is 6.5 map scales. Okay, so they tell you that the scale is 1:750,000 cm. So actually 1 cm is 7.5 kilometers because divide by 100,000. So I told you all before, if you have forgotten about this, please note down 1,110. Opposite is divide. So make sure you know this chart. Okay? So once you know this, this is distance scale. So if you want to upgrade to area scale, square both sides. So become 1 cm square is to 56.25 kilometer square. So question say, if I have a park area of 337.5 kilometer square, So actually, this one to this is a times 6. So they ask you, is this whether it's triangle ABC or triangle XYZ? To be 6 cm square, you look at the original triangle. ABC is 3 and 4. XYZ is 12 and 16. So which triangle will give you an area of 6 cm square? If you look carefully, this is 6. This one will be 6 times 16, 96. So cannot be XYZ. It is triangle ABC. Some of you say yes and no. To what? I ask you triangle ABC or XYZ. You say yes. What is yes? So you must answer to the question. You anyhow. I already asked you. Tell me whether it's triangle ABC or XYZ. What is X? Yes. Okay. Last question. The graph. Okay, graph. First, when t is 4, you put in here. So p will be 4 square minus 8 4 plus 25. First answer you get here 9. 1 mark. 3 marks, please take. Next one, sub in t as 8. So q will be 8 square minus 8 times 8 plus 25. You will get 25. Second mark. So calculate properly. Just pressing calculator only. Next one. They say on the axis. Okay, they ask you to plot your diagram on this paper. So 2 cm. Every one tiny box. This one tiny box is always 1 cm by 1 cm. The big one is 2 cm by 2 cm. So please be careful. Okay. So what we can do is first draw the horizontal line. Let's say I think here is enough. So I'm going to draw the horizontal line for T. So they say start from 8. So 8. Every 2 cm is 1 unit. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then your 0 is just on the axis. So let's just draw that out. So 0 is here. Okay, next is 1 cm, 2 cm to represent 5 units. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The highest point is 25. So just mark that out. Okay, next is 0 and 25. So mark it with a cross. First point. The other one is 2 and 13. So if you have 10 boxes for 5 units, you use 5 divided by 10 box. 1 box represents 0.5 per box. So how to find 13? Every 2 box represents 1. So 11, 12, 13. So 13 is here. Okay, 13 is here. Next one is 4 and 9. So 4 and 9 is 2 box below. Okay, 6 and 13 is 6 box above. And then 8 is at 25. So you mark out all these points correctly, you get 1 mark. So your plot is 1 mark. Your axis correct is 1 mark. The last one is whether your curve is smooth. So don't join the points like straight lines. It has to be a smooth curve. Just make sure you confidently join the points together and make it smooth. Pencil allowed. Graph supposed to be pencil. So this will give you your third mark for the smoothness of the curve.
For instance, report to your office now. 3D Benedict, 3D Akisha, report to your office now. Thank you.
Okay, next one. So 3 marks for the graph. Now they say, can you state the equation of the line of symmetry? Line of symmetry is the middle line. This one. So line of symmetry is x equals to 4. What if you don't know? Okay, listen Shh. What if you don't know where is the line of symmetry? You could actually use formula to help you. So line, yes. Oh, sorry, because the x-axis here is t, not x. So must write t, sorry. Okay, and then if you don't want to read from the graph and you want to calculate, right? You can take the b value from here over 2a. A here is 1. You will also get this one. Okay? So this is the formula to calculate line of symmetry. This is line of symmetry. Okay, last one. I say that I want to find the time when the drone is 12 minutes, 12 cm above. So you go to your graph and look for 12 cm mark and then draw the line. So this is the 12 cm mark. Go and read the time. Okay, go and read the time that it happens. Okay, so here the time, if you read properly, right, I actually got the time to be 2.3 or 5.75. No, 5.7. So plus minus 0.05, we will mark correct. Cannot be too different. So these are the 2 t values that I want. Okay, go and read the 2 intersection where it's above 12 meters. Last one. They say that when time is equal to 0, when time is equal to 0 here, right, your amusement park, the whatever ride you have is 25. Is it cm or meters? Cm. Okay, so when you read here is 25. So they say, can you find the actual? This is the map. So 1 cm is 500 cm in reality. So 25 cm is 12,500 cm. So they say, can you find it in meters? So meters you must divide by 100. So the answer is 125 meters. So I need to see this value as your method mark, and then this one as your final answer. Okay? So this is 2024. So once you are done with this, take out your 2025. Supposed to be your homework. But if you never do, you just pay attention to me going through. 2025, yesterday the one I gave you to bring home. The one that has a crane truck diagram. Okay, the one that has a crane truck diagram. If I go through this, it's like going through the quiz I returned y'all yesterday because I took the questions from here. Okay, so take that out. 2025. Sorry, I'm rushing because I only have 2 periods to squeeze as much of things to you. Congruent triangles, right? You just have to find the matching sides. RS is the same as CD. So if you want, you can use highlighter to help you. Okay, so that means this is also 15. Congruent is the simplest. Okay, next one is they want QPS. QPS is this one. If you look, QPS is the same as BAC, this angle. But I don't have the information for that angle. But what I know is the question tell me is a trapezium. What's so special about trapezium? One parallel line. So if you have parallel line, what do you know about these two angles? Yes, they add up to 180 degrees. So I can find BAC by using 180, take away the 55. So it's 125 interior angle. No need to write, I'm just writing so that you know. So once this is 125, it means this is 125 as well. Okay? So this question, there is a hidden information which is trapezium has one parallel line. And when you have parallel line, you have interior angles. Okay? Next one. Goldfish. This one was in your test, right? Some of you anyhow do. So goldfish and fish food. First thing you ask yourself, is this a inverse or is this a direct or inverse proportion question? If I have more goldfish, do I need more fish food or less? So they are moving in the same way. So this is direct proportion. So 6 goldfish, 10 packet. So 1 goldfish, you need 10 divided by 6 packet. So they say, what if I have 20 goldfish? So when you have 20 goldfish, you need 2 times 20. So it's 33 and 1/3. So they ask you, how many more packets do I need to buy? I have 10. I need 33 and 1/3. So how many more packs do I need to buy? 23 and 1/3 cannot buy, right? You go to the shop and say I want 23 and 1/3. So tell them I need 24 packets. So it's the more part. Okay, but if you wrote 23 and 1/3, I never mark wrong. I also mark correct. Okay, this one is the tougher one. So it's fish food. Fish, food, and days. 3 quantity now. So what we know is 6 goldfish needs 10 packets for 1 week. So means it needs it for 7 days. So the question now changed. It says if it is the same amount of fish food. That means I don't touch this now. Same. We are fixing it at 10 packets. Okay? How much can it last? So now listen carefully. If I have more fish, will the food last longer or shorter? So it is inverse proportion. So this question tests you on both direct and inverse. So if it's 1 fish, the food will last for 42 days. 1 fish eating only, it will last for 42 days. So if I have 20 goldfish, it will only last me for 2.1 days. So remember inverse proportion, when I divide here, I times here, opposite. When it's direct proportion, when I divide here. So it's the same. If you like equation, then you can use like, let's say this is A and this is B. So A equals to KB. Then you go and find. If you like equation here, you can let this be A and C, example. So A equals to K over C. Then you go and find. It will be the same relationship. Okay? So this question is quite tricky because one question got direct and inverse. Okay, can I? Next one. I bullet train a bit. Can? I know you like all your brain all filled up already, but try your best. Can. Okay, 3. Shh. Similar triangle. 6.2. I want to find. Okay, first it says that my small triangle ABC is enlarged to my big triangle ADE. So you look at these two triangles, the small one and the big one. And then it says that can you find the length of AC? So I need to compare this side with this side. So AC's ratio with AE is 10. So I compare with another side, which is the base. So the base with the base is 4.5 and 7.5. So go and cross multiply and find. So final answer, you will get a 6 cm. So this part here is a 6 cm. Okay? Next one, I want to find the length of BD. So same thing, I'm gonna use the same ratio, but now I'm comparing this other side, the green side. So if I compare the green side, it will be 3 out of this thing. 3 plus BD. If you don't like, just let it be an unknown X. So let this whole thing be X first. Okay, or you don't write X, you write AD. So let this be AD. So we cross multiply. You get 22.5. So AD is just 22.5 divided by 4.5. So answer is 5. So if you know the whole thing is 5, this is 2. So don't be careless, must go and find the 2 cm. Okay? Next one is the crane. Okay, next one is the crane. So we haven't revised on this one, so pay attention to this one. They say find the height at which the crane can lift an object when it's raised to 70 degrees. So look at the black triangle. Okay, this one. So if I refer to this triangle, this is 15 meters. This is 70 degrees. They ask, can you find this height? Right? So this is the height. So let's always identify the how. H, A, and O. Yes. So I want to find O, I have H. Use what? Tua, Ka, and So. Must know how to spell this. So I have O and H, must use sine. So sine of the angle 70 is O over H. So go and cross multiply. So press calculator. 14.1. Oh, where? Oh yeah, must plus 3. Sorry, my bad. So the height The actual height is 15 sine 70 plus the 3 here. So you should get 17.1. 3SF. Okay, remember to plus the 3, ah. Okay, next one. It says that this same boom, right, can be lowered to another position. So now this is the new triangle. New triangle. So the length of the boom won't change. It's still 15. Okay. So now they are saying that this angle must not be smaller than 25. If it is smaller than 25, that's it. It's not safe anymore. So they say that actually it's parked with a horizontal distance of 14 meters away. So with that, I want to find what is theta. What is my angle? So H, adjacent, opposite. So A and H, which one I use? A and H, which one I use? What? A and H, tua ka or so? Ka. So cosine of the angle theta is 14 over 15. So go and find the angle by bringing the cosine over. You will find the angle to be 21.04 degree. Is it safe? Is this safe? No. No, because it cannot be smaller than 25 degree. So you will say that it is not safe for the crane to operate. Okay, since your angle is smaller than 25 degree. Okay, so this is how they put in the real life story and ask you to akaso and finding the angle. This whole thing is your chapter 8. One question, I test you everything from chapter 8. Okay, the rest of the examples are nothing new already because everything like math skills, like graph, like converse of Pythagoras theorem, I've tested you. So I'm not going to go through the rest, but let me go. But I just want to make sure that whatever method you use, you won't miss out on these 3 marks. Okay, listen ah. Those who got other methods, you can always use the calculator way to check your answer. So when you go menu, right, it will come to this page. Press 5 for equation. Choose number 2 for polynomial. Click degree 2. And then they will ask you for the value of x square, x and constant to key in. So you key in these 3 already. Press equal, one answer is this. The other answer is this. So you have 2 answers, ah. Okay, listen. Shh. Listen. So from the answer, you could actually do this. From the answer, you can work backwards, ah. Cross multiply. So previous step is this. Okay, it's as if you are solving it, but you go backwards. So this one you bring over is 3x minus 1. Okay, next one is this one you cross multiply, 2x equals to minus 5. Bring this over. So previous step, you put these 2 together. So this is how you get the perfect 3 marks. Okay? I know some of you use the other methods. Go ahead and do that. That's where you get here and find the 2 answers, right? But using the answer, you could actually show the working to get here. Also can. So this is very safe. I just put it here. Okay, let me steal this diagram over.